Hate crowds? Well, it may be time to amend your travel itinerary. Welcome to MojoTravels, and today, we'll be counting down our picks for amazing cities in Europe to avoid too many tourists. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to MojoTravels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at rewarding alternatives to Europe's most popular tourist destinations, many of which are suffering from over-tourism. We'd like to thank the New York Times for the selections. Valencia, Spain. Barcelona can trace its roots as Spain's go-to tourist destination all the way back to the 19th century. However, the city has become a victim of its own success, with roughly 30 million annual visitors posing unique problems for tourists and locals alike. So what's a Spain-loving traveler to do? The solution, it turns out, is down the road, in the form of the country's third largest city, Valencia. Boasting a vast mixture of Romanesque, Renaissance, and modern architecture, Valencia is also home to UNESCO World Heritage sites like Llotja de la Seda, unspoilt beaches such as La Malvarosa, and some of the best cuisine on the continent. With just 2 million visitors per year, Valencia is the clear choice for travelers hoping to beat the crowds and experience the wonders of Spain relatively hassle-free. Kotor, Montenegro. Amidst warnings from UNESCO that its World Heritage status is in jeopardy due to overcrowding, Dubrovnik rolled out the Respect the City campaign in 2019. Despite this, the city is still feeling the effects of its many thousands of daily visitors. So if a trip to the Adriatic and the Balkans is in your future, you'd be wise to consider the Montenegrin city of Kotor as an alternative. Similar to its neighbor to the north, Kotor is a walled city built up by the Venetians, starting in the 15th century, that also boasts UNESCO World Heritage status. This is due to its magnificent cobblestone streets, the centuries-old Cathedral of St. Tryphon, as well as the dramatic St. John's Fortress, nestled high in the surrounding mountains. In Kotor, you can explore caves, castles, and one of Europe's best preserved old towns, without having to battle the selfie-seeking hordes. Lucca, Italy. Another European city that's been cursed with popularity, Florence is Italy's hub for all things relating to the Renaissance, from art and architecture to history and culture. However, with millions of visitors streaming through its streets each year, it's now become synonymous with over-tourism. So why not eschew the Tuscan capital for something a little quieter? Located just an hour's drive to the west, Lucca is one of the region's best-kept secrets, and it's no less enthralling than its trendy neighbor. The city offers tourists the chance to experience the wonders of the Renaissance in a cheaper, quieter, and far less hectic setting. Lucca's ring of fortifications has been converted into a public park, making it the ideal setting for a picturesque stroll, and its culinary scene has been hailed as the best in all of Tuscany. If you want to escape the crowds while still seeing magnificent piazzas, palazzos, amphitheaters, and churches, Lucca is the place for you. Tinos, Greece. There's no denying that Santorini is a bucket list item for many, but its allure has caused it to become flooded with cruise ship passengers, Instagrammers, and all manner of sometimes obnoxious travelers. For a more authentic and uncrowded experience, set sail for the municipality of Tinos on the island of the same name. Home to the same picturesque sunsets millions seek each year in Santorini, Tinos is way more chill, has less than 10,000 residents, and tourists continue to consistently pass it over in favor of more popular destinations in the Greek archipelago. Around Tinos, on the broader island, you'll find quiet villages surrounded by dreamy landscapes, from cliffs of green marble to the perfectly round boulders that encircle the town of Volax. Best of all, Tinos's beaches are beautiful, plentiful, and almost shockingly quiet. If a paradise in the Greek Isles is what you seek, Tinos is where you should go. Olomouc, Czech Republic. In the past few decades, Prague has gone from an underrated gem to one of Europe's hottest tourist destinations. This can be attributed to a nightlife and culinary scene that's surrounded by fairy tale architecture, yet is still cheaper than Paris and London. Simply put, cities like Prague are few and far between, but that doesn't mean that there aren't less touristy-worthy alternatives. Enter Olomouc. Situated to the east of the Czech capital, Olomouc offers many of the charms and attributes of Prague, but on a smaller scale. That being said, Olomouc is very much a city unto itself, boasting the perfect mixture of old-world charm and modern attractions. Grab a drink at Masny Kramy, a former meat market, or stop in for a traditional dinner at Hanaka Hospoda. Olomouc is best explored on foot, with stops at the Olomouc Archdiocesan Museum and the Holy Trinity Column highly recommended to check out. Delft and The Hague, the Netherlands. Overcrowding has gotten so bad in Amsterdam that the country's tourism board is temporarily no longer promoting it. Imagine that! Thankfully, a trip to Amsterdam can be somewhat replicated, minus the hordes, in both Delft and The Hague. We're lumping these two together because A, they're both quieter alternatives to the dam, and B, they're only roughly 5 miles apart. Both cities offer visitors a window into Dutch history, particularly The Hague, home of both the UN's International Court of Justice and the Dutch government. If it's canals you seek, Delft is full of them. The only difference with Amsterdam is that they aren't teeming with tour boats filled with intoxicated partiers. It's also the birthplace of celebrated Dutch painter Johannes Vermeer, and is home to numerous art galleries and museums, like the Museum Prinsenhof Delft. Not to be outdone, The Hague boasts Mauritius and the Hamenta Museum Den Haag, both filled with many famous works of art. Looking to party? Hit up one of the many dozens of beach bars in Scheveningen. It's high time tourists started looking elsewhere when they visited the Netherlands. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoTravels and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.